Welcome. You arrived in a space where your sensitivity and your depth and your complexity are not only accepted, here they are honored. And this is a guided visualization for the ones who often feel the world too deeply. For those who think in spirals, who notice everything, who care more than most will ever understand. For those who have been told to toughen up, quiet down, let go, but who've never been able to turn down the volume of their inner world. So you may have carried labels, too sensitive, too emotional, too complicated. You may have walked through life feeling unseen, unheard, and at times deeply out of place. But here, there's no need to shrink, there's no need to mask. You belong. So in this visualization, we're not trying to have a quick fix or it's a quick prescription for change. No, it's an invitation to soften, to pause, to reconnect with parts of yourself that may have been silenced or dismissed. It's here to remind you that your death is not a burden, it's a kind of brilliance. So throughout this experience, you'll be guided inwards, to relaxation, to recognition, and ultimately into an empowered vision of your life. You'll be encouraged to not just feel, but to own your way of feeling. To stop apologizing for who you are. And to start trusting that your future doesn't have to look like anyone else's to be meaningful. So take a moment now. Find a comfortable position. And allow your body to rest. And maybe let your eyes close gently as well. There's nowhere to be. Nothing to solve. Just this moment. Just you. So let us begin. And we begin with bringing attention to the breath. Simply observing. No need to change anything, just notice it. Feel the rise and fall of your chest, the quiet rhythm beneath your thoughts. With each breath, let your body become a little heavier. Allow the ground beneath you to hold your weight. And you don't have to hold yourself together right now. You're allowed to rest. So scan gently from top of your head to your feet, inviting any areas of tension to just soften. Maybe pay attention to your jaw, relax. Relax your shoulders so they're not all the way up close to your ears. Unclench your hands. No need to have them tight in a fist. And maybe even see if you can feel that space in between your eyes. Relax. And your entire forehead to feel much more at ease. And remember, you're safe here. You're in a very safe place. So let your thoughts float past like clouds. They exist, but no need to follow them. Simply notice and return to your breath. Breathing in, breathing out, and finding that nice rhythm. And if you manage with every exhale, you can let go of any tension or tightness. Let go of the pressure of performance. Let go of the idea that you have to figure it all out. Just for now, you have to do nothing but rest. Because here and right now, you're allowed to just be. Now I know you always felt more. You sense the emotional currents in every room. You notice subtleties others overlook. A tone of voice, a pause, the energy beneath the words. You carry the unspoken stories of those around you. You think about things long after others have moved on. And maybe you replay conversations in your head, not out of insecurity, but out of care. And while this gives you insight, empathy and depth, it also makes the world feel heavy sometimes, or maybe a lot of the times. Maybe you've learned to hide parts of yourself, to laugh things off, or to stay quiet, or to adapt. But beneath all that, you're still here, still deep, still feeling, still yearning for a world where you don't have to be anything but yourself. So let yourself be seen now. Let yourself feel the validation you may not have received. You are not too much. You are exactly as you should be. Your depth is a form of intelligence. Your emotions are a compass. And your thoughtfulness is a gift. You're not weak for being moved, and you're not fragile for needing space. And you're not strange for wanting more meaning, more connection, more truth in your life. So let these words echo through you. Let them land in your body. Feel that sensation inside. And say to yourself, I am enough. I am allowed to feel as much as I do. And I don't have to become harder to survive. I can thrive just the way I am. And now that you feel those words within you, that have given you strength, let's also bring your awareness to the version of you that wants to grow. That part that has dreams, that can see the potential within you, that wants to create and longs for so much more in life. You already now can feel that energy rising within you because you are enough the way you are. You don't have to hide. And that spark within you, you can feel it right now. It is alive. And even if it's been quiet lately, for whatever reason. So you may not thrive on hustle, but you may not want to follow those conventional rules. But it doesn't mean that you can't succeed. It just means your success success will look different. And that's not only okay, it's necessary for you to move forward. But also, the world needs your kind of insight. The world needs your kind of care. And the world needs your kind of magic. So take a deep breath and imagine your life not as something that you have to fight your way through, but as something you get to shape, that you get to create, and that you get to enjoy. So please remember, you don't have to change who you are deep inside. But you do get to take responsibility for your future. And responsibility doesn't mean pressure, but it means possibility. You are capable of creating routines that nourish you. You are capable of finding people who see you. And you are capable of building a life that feels good on the inside, even if it looks nothing like anyone else's. So begin small, but begin with truth. And begin with trust in yourself. And begin with the trust in the journey forward. And you know, you can't control everything. And that's okay, but you can commit to showing up for yourself. You can commit to showing up for yourself. You don't need to be more like others, but you need to be more like you. And by committing to yourself, you will find ways to become more like you. So let that truth empower you. Let it ground you. And let it guide you forward. And right now, feel that energy rising within your chest, within your belly, but also feel that empowerment. Let your body become stronger. You can feel there's an energy and a strength kind of growing within you. You also feel very grounded and strong, just like a tree. You're grounded, but you're also standing up tall. And now, in your mind's eye, picture a version of yourself standing before you. This is the part of you that's always been there. Your inner self, your soul, your true witness. They may look different than you expected, but they're undeniable you. And what do they need from you right now? What words have they been longing to hear? So take a moment to connect to you. Offer yourself kindness. Offer yourself safety. And also the promise that you won't abandon yourself ever again. Let this be your healing moment. Not a traumatic or forced one, just a very honest moment of connection with yourself. In a way, let yourself be held by your own presence, as if you're giving yourself a big hug and you're holding yourself in an embrace. because you're home, right here. And now slowly, gently, we begin to return. But not to the same place you left, because something has now shifted within you. And maybe right now it's just small, quiet, or maybe it's something you can already feel. Maybe a spark, a sense of recognition that something is different. You've given yourself a rare gift of turning inward, to make a connection with yourself, of being honest, soft and brave all at once. You've honored your inner world, and you've chosen presence. And most of all, you've remembered that your sensitivity is not something to fix. It's something to understand, to protect, and to channel into something beautiful. The way you move through the world may look different than most, and that's not a flaw. That is your path, and no one else can walk it. But also remember that you don't have to walk it alone. There are others like you, people that quietly build lives with integrity and care. So with each small step, you will become more yourself. So don't wait for the world to fully understand you to begin. Begin anyway. From this moment onwards, remember those truths. You are capable. You're allowed to go at your own pace. You're allowed to take up space in this world. You are important. And you're allowed to create your own kind of life. And now, as this journey comes to a close, take one more deep breath and feel that beautiful embrace that you just given yourself. And keep this feeling close in your soul, in your heart. It's now part of you. And then take a deep breath in. And gently begin to return to the room. Wiggle your fingers, move your shoulders, and feel the support beneath you. And before you go, just hold that space just a little longer. You've remembered something important today. That who you are is not something to fix. It is something to trust and to honor. And listen, you may not always be understood, but you can always understand yourself. You may not always be comfortable, but you can always come home to your breath, or to this exercise, to this moment where you held yourself, and where you give yourself comfort and support. And you may not always have the answers, but you can always choose presence, and then think about the direction that you would like to take, one small step at a time. All you need is the next true step and the courage to take it as you. You're not too much. You're more than enough. Your sensitivity is not a problem. It's a key. So go gently, but go bravely and go as yourself. So thank you for being here today. Until next time, take care. This is Astrid for mindful resilience for life.